Hello and welcome to the Kentucky Museum. Our first exhibit here is A Culture Carried Bosnians in Bowling Green. This exhibit was curated by the Kentucky Folk Life program in partnership with the Kentucky Museum and the Department of Folk Life and Anthropology. This is the first section of our Bosnian exhibit, and it's from Bosnia to Bowling Green. And this right here just goes over a brief history of the Bosnia and the Bosnian War. And then as we move further into this section, we'll go in deeper into the lives of the individuals who experienced these things and experienced coming here to Bowling Green. So these three display cases illustrate three families that are living here in Bowling Green in their journey. So in this one you have suitcases and photos, and then in this case over here is about a teenager who survived the war and came here to Bowling Green. And these are her notebooks, her backpack, her trading cards. And then in this next case is about losing a family member and finding out that they have passed during the war and not knowing for many years. In this section of the Bosnian exhibit, we are talking about commemorating loss. And in this section, we have focused on two conflicts that occurred during the Bosnian War, the siege of Sarajevo and the Srebrenica genocide. And not only do we talk about the history of these two conflicts, but we also talk about how the Bosnians have commemorated their losses, not only in Bosnia, but also here locally in Bowling Green. And as you move forward through this exhibit, you will see that we have focused on one of the survivors that actually lived through the Srebrenica genocide. With the first two sections focusing on Bosnians' journey here to Bowling Green and why Bowling Green is so significant to many Bosnians here, we are now moving on to the traditional arts of Bosnians in Bowling Green and how they brought their traditions here and that still connects them to their home of Bosnia. In this first section, we are talking about the recreational arts that they participate in, such as soccer, dance, music, and a textile tradition. Continuing on with Bosnian culture and tradition, we are now going to look at the art of the home, which is another important aspect to Bosnian culture and tradition. Two of the main things that are very important in the home are hospitality and neighborliness. And along with this is their food ways and the type of food that they eat, such as pita and baklava, which you will see different examples of the food that they eat behind me. Now, along with the food ways, the home that Bosnians live in is also important to their tradition. So if you'll see here, we have a nice exhibit of what a traditional Bosnian home here in Bowling Green would look like. In this section, we'll be talking about expressions of faith. And in Bosnia, they have a very diverse religious community. And this is a point of pride for many Bosnian Americans living in Bowling Green. In Bosnia, there are three major religions: Islam, Eastern Orthodoxy, and Roman Catholicism. And behind me, you will notice that there are prayer beads for each of these religions displayed behind me. In particular, though, in this box we have religious items used by Bosnian Americans. So we have a prayer rug and like a Quran stand and different things like that. This is our last section in our Bosnian exhibit, and it is called A Foot into Worlds Growing Up in Bowling Green. And this section highlights up-and-coming young Bosnian Americans who grew up either experiencing the war and coming over while they were young or growing up in a Bosnian family, so they're familiar with all their traditions and culture. And it shows how they have grown up here in this community and have made it a better and safer place.